In the world of Dying Light, survival is more than just a fight against the infected. It's a battle against time, betrayal, and the darkness that consumes the city. Every character we meet, ally or foe, faces the grim reality that no one is truly safe. Join me as we delve into the final moments of every key figure, exploring the tragedy, sacrifice, and the haunting echoes of their last breaths. This is the story of all character deaths in Dying Light. Rahim Aldemir is one of the memorable characters in Dying Light. His story is a poignant tale of bravery, recklessness, and the harsh reality of survival in a world overrun by the infected. With his sister Jade, he lives in the Tower, a sanctuary for survivors. Prior to the outbreak, he had planned to travel to the United States, but the virus interrupted his plans. When Kyle Crane, the protagonist, arrives in Harran, Rahim quickly becomes one of his first contacts within the Tower. Rahim is determined to fight the infected and plays a crucial role in training Crane on parkour techniques, which are essential for survival in the city. One of Rahim's most significant contributions to the story is his idea to blow up a nearby volatile nest, which he believes will help make the streets safer for the survivors. Despite being told not to proceed with such a dangerous plan, Rahim is headstrong and secretly continues working on it. He eventually convinces Crane to help him, though Crane is hesitant. But Rahim's determination led him to make a fatal mistake. He took matters into his own hands, believing that he could handle the danger on his own. Rahim urges Crane to continue the mission for him while he remains hidden. Kyle agrees and is able to destroy the nest, but finds that Rahim has turned into a viral, having been bitten during the mission.
Rahim! You should have seen it! Oh, God. The whole damn building came down! Oh, shit! No, Rahim, stop! Rahim, it's me! It's me, kid, it's Crane! Oh, Jesus! Rahim, stop! That's a fucking bite wound? You goddamn stupid fucking kid! Oh, God. Jade.
Rahim Aldemir may have fallen, but his spirit lives on in those who fight to reclaim their city. In the end, Rahim's legacy is one of courage, determination, and the unbreakable will to survive. Jade Aldemir is one of the central characters in Dying Light, a pivotal figure in the narrative and a companion to the protagonist, Kyle Crane. Her story is a tragic one, marked by strength, sacrifice, and ultimately, a heartbreaking end. She is fiercely protective of her younger brother, Rahim, and is a key member of the Tower's community, helping to keep the survivors safe. Jade's story takes a darker turn as the game progresses. After Rahim's death, she becomes more determined but also more emotionally vulnerable. This leads her to take risks, one of which ultimately leads to her capture by Rise, the game's main antagonist. In one of the most emotional moments of the game, Rise captures Crane and Jade, forcing Crane to make a terrible choice. Rise infects Jade with the virus, giving Crane the only dose of Antizin, the drug that temporarily halts the infection. Jade, knowing that she is doomed, sacrifices herself by giving Crane the Antizin, ensuring he can continue the fight. She refuses to let him give up, urging him to keep fighting and save Harran. Jade's final moments are both powerful and heartbreaking. As the virus takes hold, she becomes one of the infected, transforming into a viral. In a heart-wrenching confrontation, Crane is forced to kill her, putting an end to her suffering. Her death leaves a deep impact on Crane and serves as a significant motivation for him to continue his mission against Rise. Jade becomes a symbol of resistance and hope for the survivors of Harran. Her fierce dedication to saving others, even at great personal cost, serves as a beacon of strength for those struggling to survive in the infected city. Jade's legacy lives on in the hearts of the survivors, reminding them of the importance of fighting for one another. Tahir is a key antagonist and a lieutenant of Rise, the main villain in the game. He plays a significant role in the story, particularly in the conflicts between the protagonist, Kyle Crane and Rise Gang. The first individual Kyle Crane met upon his airdrop into Heron City was none other than him. He is known for his brutality and lack of mercy, often carrying out Rise's dirty work without question. He is seen with his sidearm at Dr. Zira's head alongside Ray's when Crane tries to rescue Dr. Zira.
Here! Kill that son of a bitch!
At the end of the game, Ray's instructs Tahir to kill Crane. In the battle that followed, Crane determined the fate of Tahir.
Look at that. Jade lost her life for this thing. It's just lying on the floor. I guess Rise must have dropped it when he was trying not to get shot, huh? Shit, this is just the tissue samples. Where's the other package?
Go to hell, Crane.
Wow, Tahir. Yeah, you're looking pretty fucked up, huh? Yeah, those don't look like the kinds of wounds you recover from.
So, then kill me.
No, I shouldn't. I should just leave you here to suffer. That's what you deserve.
Yes? Then why don't you?
Because you're not the kind of loose end you leave untied.
Tahir serves as a reminder of the moral decay that can arise in extreme circumstances, and adds depth to the game's narrative by portraying the darker side of human nature. Karim is a key member of Raze's gang and plays a significant role during Kyle Crane's early missions in the game. Prior to the outbreak, he worked as the bodyguard of Errol Asani, the provincial governor of Haran. Karim is practical, often focusing on survival and the harsh realities of the world they live in. His cynicism comes through in his dialogue, especially when he expresses doubts about Crane's motivations and the intentions of other characters. Despite the tension, there is a grudging mutual respect between Karim and Kyle Crane. He leaves behind the supplies intended for Kyle Crane, acknowledging that Kyle Crane earned them. In the final mission, Karim's journey reaches a tragic conclusion as he is shot by Rise and left for dead. He reflects on the harsh reality of their struggle, saying, "This is the price they pay for trying to survive." Through Karim's character, we gain a deeper understanding of the grim realities of survival in Dying Light, where loyalty can be a matter of life or death. His relationship with Crane illustrates the complicated moral landscape and the fine line that separates survival from becoming a villain in the ravaged world of Heron.
You're almost okay, Karim.
Almost. Until next time.
Good luck, Karim.
Exactly.
Dr. Imran Zeri is a passionate scientist who partnered with Dr. Camden to study the Heron virus for the GRE. Once the outbreak occurred and they were separated, Dr. Zira and Camden pressed on with their research, focused on uncovering a cure for the Heron virus. Nevertheless, the tests seemed to produce little change. It was later disclosed that the experiment led to the formation of bolters, formerly hostile infected, that had consumed bait containing the engineered virus. Dr. Zira and Dr. Camden are optimistic that this breakthrough may pave the way for a cure soon. As the game progresses, he gets abducted by Raze for stealing the research. Meanwhile, Crane manages to locate Dr. Zira, but just as they reunite, they are ambushed by Raze. Following his encounter with the Raze in the arena, Crane finds Zira gravely injured from a knife wound. As he takes his last breath, the doctor insists that Crane must save the survivors of Heron.
Crane, save these people. They don't deserve all of this.
Dr. Zera's impact in Dying Light is marked by his heroic spirit, as he faced daunting challenges without ever losing sight of his mission to save humanity. His character reflects the powerful themes of hope, perseverance, and the responsible pursuit of knowledge, even in the midst of a catastrophic world. Kadir Reis Suleiman is one of the main antagonists in Dying Light. He is a ruthless warlord and a former politician who turns into a power-hungry and manipulative leader in the post-apocalyptic world of Harran. Following the outbreak, Kadir took on a role with the GRE to help maintain stability in the city. He requested that his brother, Hassan Suleiman, be evacuated. Unfortunately, the GRE couldn't facilitate Hassan's extraction, and he ultimately fell victim to the infected. After the tragic loss of his brother, Suleiman was consumed by grief and rage, transforming him into a man driven by vengeance. He enjoys the power he wields and often engages in psychological games with his enemies, demonstrating a sadistic pleasure in their suffering. He shows no mercy towards those who oppose him or fail to meet his demands. His willingness to kill and torture to maintain control and instill fear is a key aspect of his character. The story follows Kyle Crane, who is tasked by the GRE with the mission of retrieving a stolen file from Raze that contains sensitive information about the outbreak. Raze is a master manipulator. He uses his intelligence and charisma to deceive and control those around him. He often presents himself as a reasonable and even diplomatic figure, only to betray and exploit those who trust him. This is seen in his interactions with Kyle Crane, where he initially engages Crane in a seemingly cooperative manner, but later reveals his true intentions. Raze's ability to manipulate is a key factor in his rise to power, as he expertly navigates the chaotic environment of Harran to his advantage. One of the most terrifying aspects of Raze's behavior is his unpredictability. His sadistic tendencies are evident in the way he toys with his victims before killing them, enjoying the psychological torment as much as the physical violence. At first glance, Raze appears to have no weakness, but hidden details in the game imply his sensitivity and suffering. In the finale, he yells to Crane,
You don't even belong here, Crane. You don't know what suffering is. I will teach you, Crane. You will suffer alongside me.
His boldness could be seen as a proud acceptance of his fate, or perhaps a sign that he has been so shattered by life that he no longer cares to fight.
Do it, I won't fight you. Just as you killed Tahir. Do it!
Even in his final moments, Raze remains defiant. He refuses to beg or show weakness, confronting Crane with the same arrogance and confidence that defined his rule. Raze's death is a violent one, fitting for a man who lived by the sword. His final words and actions are those of a man who, despite his defeat, refuses to acknowledge it, holding on to his pride and sense of superiority until the very end.
How's that for a decision, asshole?
Raze Suleiman's life and death were a testament to how the line between hero and villain can blur in a world gone mad. His story is one of betrayal, vengeance, and the price of power. A story that ended not with a whimper, but with the crash of a warlord falling from his throne. Amir Qureshi, despite not being an important character, is a crucial part of the game's early stages, and his actions directly impact Kyle Crane. Amir sacrifices himself to save Crane and Jade. While Jade manages to get Crane to safety, during the rescue, Amir is overwhelmed by a horde of zombies. Despite his efforts to fight them off, he is ultimately killed. In the story's final chapters, it comes to light that Amir was a GRE agent hired to take Dr. Camden and Dr. Ziri out of Harran. His story is a reminder of the many unsung heroes who contributed to fighting the infection, even if they couldn't completely succeed in their missions. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Harran's darkest moments. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content. And let us know in the comments which character's story impacted you the most.